Criminal Minds, Evolution Season 3 Episode 9, and its unexpected resolution. There has never been more chaos in Criminal Minds, Evolution as we formally enter the endgame. With two important characters missing in action and the entire BAU team searching for answers, Episode 9 is a gripping, twist-filled hour. The search for the elusive leader of the serial killer network intensifies in the lead-up to the season finale. But just as the BAU begins to piece the puzzle together, the game is turned upside down in the most unexpected way. Tara made a full medical recovery, thus, last week concluded on a positive note. Don't be fooled by that little moment of relief, though. The network is still engaging in a deadly game, and the BAU is still no closer to figuring out who is behind it. The crew is forced to concentrate on a risky new threat. In this episode, insider information is being fed to the network by a leak inside the hospital. What's the worst? The fact that Prentice mandated that the hospital personnel at Voit be switched every 2 weeks obviously didn't deter those who were working against them. The crew discovers a terrifying idea when they investigate further. The leak and the new network CEO, known as the Disciple, may not be the same individual. The plot is intricate and multi-layered, leaving viewers perplexed. Rossi's startling Disciple theories. Rossi manages his own mental health in the interim, taking antidepressants and therapy to deal with his recurring nightmares. Rossi, who is more focused than ever, offers a daring new hypothesis. What if the network's enigmatic head, the Disciple, is a woman? Their presumptions are completely upended by this discovery. Despite their long-held belief that troubled males were responsible for these atrocities, there have been more survivors this season than ever before. Could the network be operated covertly by someone gentler, with a perverted moral compass, who was sheltering some victims? The team's inquiry identifies a lady connected to Voigt's former mentor, Cyrus. A questionable statement was made by a woman posing as Cyrus's daughter in old case files. However, what is the reality? Cyrus didn't have any kids. Rather, he discovered a new protege, and this woman is currently widely suspected of being the network's leader. The network takes action despite the BAU's approach. The network starts the last play while the BAU pieces the truth together. It is necessary to get rid of loose ends, such as the leak and the captured unsubs. However, none poses a greater risk to the network than Zach Gilford's character, Elias Voit. In a bold move, Voit takes a phone from the nurse's station and warns Ava Mackey and Lainey Torres to flee. He is aware that the Disciple, or the leaker, who is now identified as the engineer, will use them as leverage. Voit might not have faith in the BAU to keep them safe, but in times of need, drastic actions are necessary. Voit eventually gives up their location after Rossi persuades him to do so, enabling the BAU to place them under protective custody. Fearing that the network's endgame will involve a harsh cleanup operation, Prentice arranges a protection detail for all remaining witnesses in the interim. The biggest twist in the episode follows. The identity of the engineer and the deadly cliffhanger. The viewer finds out that the leaker is a male nurse named John, also known as the engineer, who is engaging in a risky double game, while the team tries to understand how the network is able to know so much. Although he may be acting outside of the unsubs, although his intentions are still unclear, it is evident that even the network wants him to be silenced. When the group eventually makes the connection, a horrifying insight emerges. This season, the DC area has been the focal point of every case on the network. Is not only a coincidence, rather, it is a calculated tactic to overburden the FBI and divert their attention from Elias Voit, who is their real objective. Voit, who is still in the hospital, is arguing with Dr. Ochoa, Aimee Garcia, on the pilfered phone when all of a sudden there is silence. Voit feels a strange feeling. Silent gunshots reverberate through the hospital corridors a few seconds later. Employees lie dead. Do Rossi and Prentice show up? Ochoa and Voit have left. What takes place next? There are questions before the final. For an intense finale. Who planned the hospital attack? The engineer or the Disciple? Are they cooperating or working against one another? Was Voigt's long-term strategy involved in all of this? If Voit has a conscience, could she and the Disciple really become allies? Before it's too late, can the BAU find the... Thank you for watching.